What is the risk of administered prices mispricing? Have you ever wondered how prices are set in our economy? Today, we will look at administered prices and the risks of mispricing within this context. Administered prices are not determined by the usual market forces of supply and demand. Instead, they are set by companies based on their internal costs. This can lead to some interesting challenges. One major risk of mispricing is that these prices may not reflect true market conditions. When prices do not adjust according to supply and demand, it can distort how resources are allocated. For example, during an economic downturn, demand may drop, but administered prices often remain unchanged. This is because they are sticky downward, meaning they do not easily decrease. As a result, companies might keep prices high even when fewer people are buying, leading to excess supply. This rigidity can contribute to inflation persistence. When costs rise, companies may increase administered prices to protect their profit margins. However, if costs fall, they may not lower prices accordingly. This situation creates what is known as administered inflation, where price increases happen independently of economic fundamentals. Another risk is that administered prices can send distorted signals to consumers and producers. Since these prices are set internally, they may not accurately indicate whether goods are scarce or abundant. This can lead to poor decision-making in production and consumption. Moreover, administered prices often exist in industries with limited competition. In such sectors, prices can be set higher than they would be in a competitive market. This situation can reduce consumer welfare, as people end up paying more than necessary. Administered prices also play a significant role in overall inflation measurements. Sectors like healthcare, transportation, and utilities often have administered prices that complicate how inflation is measured. Policymakers may find it challenging to respond effectively to inflation when these prices do not react to traditional demand-side controls. In terms of inflation dynamics, administered prices can sustain inflation even when demand weakens. This makes it difficult for policymakers to manage inflation without risking unemployment or slowing down the economy. Tight monetary policy may not effectively reduce administered price inflation, leading to economic costs. To manage the risks associated with administered price mispricing, careful monitoring is essential. Policymakers should consider the impact of these prices on inflation separately from market-driven price changes. This approach can help in designing effective measures to control inflation. Understanding the risks of administered prices mispricing is vital. These prices can lead to price rigidity, sustain inflation independently of market conditions, distort economic signals, and complicate inflation management. Each of these factors plays a role in shaping our economic landscape and understanding inflation behavior.